Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this meditation practice will help for us to develop our inner qualities. Because when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, one of the important thing out of this whole practice and whatever the activities you do during day-to-day life, it should bring the clarity to yourself, and out of that clarity, you have to develop your life. And then at the same time, you have to get the best version of you and live a more better life. So conventionally, if you are capable to become more productive out of your bodily, verbally, mentally actions, then yourself you can be happy, and at the same time, you can contribute your life towards the society, your family, and around you, and even finally for the humanity. And then that is how the next generation going to get the lessons and move forward. So it is your responsibility then. Get the highest out of your life. So when it comes to that, one of the major important thing, you have to learn to appreciate your life. Because your life not easy. It didn't happen by mistake. And at the same time, that it didn't happen kind of like for somebody else. This life happened for you is only for you. So then you are responsible to take that as very seriously. You can't neglect your life, believing, oh, there are a lot of people in the world. And because of that, I no need to focus to myself. Remember, eons by eons, million people come to generation to this world, but still, this is your time. So then always you have to know the life that you have is very rare, this human life. The life you experience came out of the lot of people's sacrifice. And then you have to appreciate it. It is very difficult to have, and at the same time, not easy to maintain it. This human life is very fragile. Anytime it can break down to pieces. And it's a very eligible to destroy. So because of that, you have to be very careful to maintain it. And you have to have certain wisdom, understanding regarding this human life. So how you can gain it? Look at the other people used to live in the world and get the lesson out of it, and then maintain your life. So this life is very rare. And not only that, it is very difficult to maintain. Always, everywhere. Just imagine that we have a lot of consumer product around us. We have a lot of machines around us. And sometimes if you don't become very careful, what will happen? In the blink of the eye, things can change. So then, always when you maintain your life, you have to keep the balance. You have physically, you have to keep the flexibility, and you have to have the strength, and you have to have some kind of wisdom. Remember that four things: strength, balance, flexibility, and the wisdom. If you don't have one part of out of these four, life going to become very difficult. So then maintaining life, always then you have to keep your flexibility. It's never going to come naturally itself. Sometimes our life naturally get tight. So then always you have to work for your flexibility. The balance, always the body can go out of balance, especially when we get old. So then you have to do some activities to keep your balance and the strength. And day by day, the strength slowly go away from us. So then there are many ways that you can gain it. So you have to work for that. And the wisdom regarding the life. So this all four things, first you have to remember to apply for your conventional life. Of course, there are another version for spiritual life. For your spiritual practice, you have to develop the strength, the spiritual strength, spiritual balance, the spiritual flexibility, and the spiritual wisdom. But first you have to know how to apply and gain it through this physical world to maintain this physical life. And other thing is, when it comes to this life, you always have to reflect, remind disappear this life take only 1 millisecond. And once it go, there's no way that you can bring it back. It may come somewhere else as another version. But this life, this all the way you see, hear, smell, taste, experience, this reality not going to come to you. So then you always have to reflect on it. The opportunity you have, this very rare. Remember that. The life you have is very difficult life and a very rare life you get. It's the bliss itself. And maintaining this life, not easy. And at the same time, this can go away. One day it's going to happen to all of us. It will disappear like this. And once it disappears, there is no one can get it back. So you have to reflect on it again and again, again and again. So when you reflect on it, it gives the ability for you to focus your life to the very necessary things. And that is where you can see the major as major and the minor as minor. And when the situations come in day-to-day life, you are capable to navigate your life towards whatever profitable. And you are capable to get the best out of your life. So you always need to reflect on it then, about your life. So we sometimes look into spend our time, life regarding these outside things. Nothing wrong with that. Of course, you have to know about the world. You have to know about the things around us. But still always remember, don't forget about your own inner nature. Don't forget about the life you have here. There is nothing cannot be more important than your own life. So again and again, reflect on that nature. It is very difficult. It is very rare to get this life. Very difficult to maintain. Very, very easy to disappear. Your life. Very difficult to gain. Hard to maintain. Easy to disappear. Reflect on it. Again and again. Again and again. And the next one you have to remember. Nothing is permanent. And whatever belongs to our experience, nothing going to be permanent. But still, it is very difficult for us to absorb that truth. Sometimes we think even though that everything impermanent, that what I experience or what belongs to me going to be there. No. Everything impermanent. So we always talk about this illusion. And we talk about this worldly hallucination that happening in day life. And sometimes it explains this life as a dream. and this life as a mirage. What does that mean? That means that it is not about this, the outside world, that what we see through our eye, experience through our ear, nose, tongue, body, is itself illusion. No, that what you can see, what I can see, there is something. As example, this is white porcelain cup. So you also can see that. It is not an illusion. It is not a dream. So, and if you see this as a kind of like a dog, then there is a problem. If you see this cup as a mountain, and then you have to think about it. But now you can see it as a cup. So then you can see it as a cup. I can see it as a cup. Anyway, everybody can see as a cup. So that's mean what? That's mean there is a cup exist. We can't say it is an illusion, no. So that's why in the Theravada tradition, it say there is a world. So you have to be serious about it. And it's not going to happen just by itself. There are reasons it happened. So if you are capable to understand it, then you can get out of it. Otherwise, you can't. So that's why you have to more and more and more deeply go into the clarity of the mind, because according to the condition or the capacity of mind, that what we understand about this outside world also going to become different. So when it comes to this very impermanent nature, and sometimes we are not capable to get it. If your mind is not strong enough to understand that, it cannot go deeper. That's why sometimes we take this impermanent things as permanent. So that is an illusion. That is a wrong understanding. That's why sometimes that the suffering we take as the satisfaction. That is what called illusion in Buddha's teaching. There's nothing belong to me, but still I believe there are things belong to me. That is what called illusion. That is what the real hallucination. That is what real imagination. Otherwise, not this physical world. So then when it comes to understand this impermanence, always you have to little bit go deeper into your own mind and see your own past. Little by little, you have to go deeper and reflect on your own past and see what happened to that. Then you can see it. And even that in day-to-day life around you, if you are a little bit observe mindfully, if you become a little bit more aware, then you can see that. Because when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, it is not a kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. So what the Buddha taught is, he taught very, very natural, very organic level of life. So what you experience, what is your reality is the Dharma. But the thing is, sometimes we are not capable to understand it. We are more into some things that created by our imagination. It seems like food sometimes, that if you have a kind of like a little bit vegetable garden, and you grow it a little bit, and then you have some vegetables and you make a curry out of it, a little, soup maybe. And there are very few people can enjoy it very really, but most of people like to go out and, and eat this fast food. And sometimes they like it. It has a different flavor, taste, they like it. And sometimes that whatever that you make, that curry out of this vegetable, some people don't like it. So same in the life, same when it comes to the dharma or the understanding, the same sometimes. And we have this nature always looking to some coloring, taste. That is what called itself the hindrance. So then that understanding this impermanence, day by day, that what you experience will take you to deeper wisdom using your own life and using your own mind. So you are capable to change, and you are capable to experience more higher level of wisdom. You are capable to attaining to the liberation. So it is another version of your own mind. Only thing is, if you little bit slow down and if you become aware, you are capable to uncover or the discover that other version of you. Because what the Buddha taught, mainly going to deeper that liberation. Of course, out of this practice, you can gain some kind of conventional success or the happiness, calmness, safety. But the very purpose of this all, gain your liberation. So then always remember, there's nothing permanent. Again and again, reflect on it. If you can't absorb that, digest that, again and again, reflect on it, then by the time you are capable to go a little bit deeper. Another thing that you have to reflect on, so everything going to go away from you. Because we have nature to claim, this is mine, kind of like that, we have a deeper bond. Physically, mentally, we always like to hold things, even from childhood. We have this hunter-gatherer mindset, go and get a mindset, always holding. Sometimes children, very, newly born babies, infants, if you give something to their hand, they can sleep with it because they need something. The same nature to us when we get young, adult, sometimes physically, no, but mentally we hold things, we clinging to things. And some people, even the elders, physically the same sometimes. So you have to learn to be alone yourself. But for us, this is mine, this is mine. We always, it's like a spider web. We are always weaving our world around us. So your desire is the weaver and always weaving around you, tailoring yourself around you. The world is kind of like a big garment for yourself. Can you stay without that anything? And some people, even you become young, adult, old sometimes, you need a teddy bear to sleep. When you go, sometimes when you travel, you need a little teddy bear or something to hold it. It gives you a kind of like a comfort. It's like a company. You need a buddy, wherever you go. You can't be alone. And then just imagine, you can't have it every day. Just imagine one day we have to close our eyes and let go this all, and we have to die. So that day, if you always try to go behind things, it's going to give you hard time. Remember, nobody going to come behind you that day. Maybe they will come until to the cemetery, but from there, they will drop your body and come back. And they start to do their things. And if you left some valuable things, they will keep fighting to get that things, If not valuable things, then they will throw everything, away, or put it to trash can, or, give it as donations or something like that. And they get back to their things. And if there's something valuable, they start using. So no one going to come behind you. So then learn. Don't go behind anybody. Keep that mental freedom in you. Of course, as a family, as friends, as a society, and as a community of Sangha, we stay together. We share our life with others. But always you have to remember, when you go to sleep, end of the day, you have to let go everything. And when you go to sleep, practice yourself to be detached from all the mental images you carry regarding the people, especially, even your own children. Practice it yourself. Because one day you have to close your eyes and you have to let go this everything. If you don't practice it, and when you're ready to die, if you try to go behind anybody, they don't like it. And no one like when you're ready to die, if you think about them. Remember that. they will go to all these black magic places and try to cut your memory, or maybe they will, kind of like even if you appear as a kind of like a little picture, they will catch you and put it to bottle and go to the middle of the ocean and tight a very big rock and put under the ocean. Yeah, the people do that. People do that. So that's why while you're living, and you can have this beautiful life, but you are not authorized to hold anybody and keep in your mind when you die. So don't try to do it. So it is better then you practice it because otherwise without practicing, you can't do it sometimes. Just imagine if you're ready to die, if you keep telling someone else's name and you die, after you die, that person gets so mad, disappointed, afraid. And even that person start to, fearful for his own or her own shadow, believing that you come behind. Why? Because you told that name. So that's why don't do that. Build up yourself, not to hold any memory related to anybody. Make your mind free. Practice it. Practice. You can do that. You can do that. If you have that reverse mechanism about the life and go backward, then you will see that whoever in your mind today, maybe 10 years back, that person was not there. So like that, if you go backward, the very first day you born here, even you don't know who is your mother or the father. Your mind was kind of like very empty with this conventional memory. Of course, there are certain things, but still, this memory that we hold today was not there. What happened by the time every day we used to hold, we used to see, we used to repeat again and again and again. Now it became a part of our life. But still, you have that the very quality of the mind that you can go back to that origin of it. So that's why don't try to go behind anybody and knowing no one going to come behind you. Keep that mental freedom. That is the truth. Sometimes it is hard to digest, difficult to absorb, difficult to understand, but that is the truth. So then little by little, when you become matured with the life, just see this reality. Don't try to hold all these things. Try to keep open your palms. When you go to sleep, practice it. Learn to die. Practice to die. It will give you great benefits for yourself. Just imagine yourself. We know there are some places in the world, hostages, and just imagine you become a hostage and somebody keep the gun or keep the knife to your neck. And then there is a moment, now you know you're going to die. What you going to think? You're going to cry? Just imagine yourself. What you going to do? 100% you're going to die within few minutes. How are you going to handle yourself? You get panic. No one around you to rescue you. You're going to die. So how you going to handle that situation? How are you going to die? Getting mad, angry, thinking about the person who ever going to kill you? Then when you die with the anger. So that's why Dharma, when you understand Dharma, any situation, give you opportunity to transform yourself. So whatever situation come like that, can you die with the empty mind? Can you be free from all the fear? Can you be free from all the disappointment, unbalance? Can you face for that with very calm, relaxed, comfortable way? Can you be open to your death? Because one day we're going to die. So think about it. The way you die, maybe you're going to die in front of your family members. Maybe you will die somewhere that in front of the people who maybe you don't know anybody, or maybe you will die alone yourself. You're all going to die one day. So how are you going to face for that? Just imagine, think about it. So that's why every day practice yourself. Not to hold it to memory or not to go behind anybody or anything. Always keep the freedom. Practice it. Practice. Be empty. Be empty. When there is a second, be empty in that second. You will see day by day, you gain more happiness, calmness. Day by day, you feel more grounded. Day by day, you feel more strong. And then by the time, it's give you some wisdom. Because wisdom doesn't come. Wisdom is there. You can't get it until you have certain kind of mental strength. So that's why we need to practice this meditation. Remember that the wisdom is there, that it's not the kind of like going to bring from somewhere. No, it is already there. But the thing is, our mind is not strong enough to get it. So then if you are capable to strengthen your mind, then you will get it. And the next one is the next quality you have to develop and understand. Our life is not always in our hand. There are, like as example, when we are in the mother's womb, and the karma, and it's a mother's behavior can change our life. Mother's decisions can change our life. And when we come to this world, within this very first 5-10 years, sometimes we have no power to understand anything. So even in our whole life, sometimes there are situations happens. Unknown person, strangers, take decisions regarding our life. So there are many situations that we have no power over the situation, but still we are surviving. So what does that mean? There is a moment come, karma going to overtake your life. Always remember that. Karma is not a bad thing. And even you don't need to hold it as a kind of like a believing it is a good thing. Just understand it. Don't even try to depend on karma. It's good. If you have that mindset, it is good to have it when you plan to go in the samsara journey. It's a karma is a kind of like a currency that you need to travel through this samsaric journey. So if you have money, if you are a traveler, then you can enjoy the journey. But sometimes it is not all the time. Sometimes things can change. So that's why it's having karma is a kind of like a risk. So then, but you have to remember, there is a time come always. Karma can overtake your life. So as example, if there is a fire happens, so we call 911, fire department come and they say, oh, move away, move away. And they're going to overtake the situation and they're going to handle it. We can't. We can't interfere with them. They say, stay away. And just imagine there is an accident happen and the 911 call, so the police come, ambulance come, and they're going to overtake the situation. They're going to become the in charge. And just imagine you go to emergency. So the doctors going to take decisions regarding you. You have no power to tell, do this, do that, I want this way, I like that way, don't do this. You can't do that. They're not going to listen to that. You know? So like that, there are situations, there are moments come in our life. It does your whatever you like, dislike, your want, or your whatever you know need, or kind of like that needs, that anything not going to valid. It all becomes zero. But your karma, that means whatever the actions you have done and whatever the result that you accumulated as energy, going to become the in charge, especially when you die. In your last moment, you have no physical power, you have no any kind of sometimes mental power, that means all the memory lose, everything come to zero, and all these doctors, the machines, technology, science, that everything doesn't work there. Everything become neutral. But in that very moment, your karma going to handle everything. So then what you need to do? Know that and accumulate good karma while you're living in day-to-day life. Do good things with your bodily, verbally, mentally action, accumulate. In case if you can't attain to the liberation, then at least you have good karma. Then you can have a pleasant journey. So if you have good karma accumulated, then so whatever your life going to become, wherever you go, because the karma handle that. So otherwise you don't do any good things, and you don't do any profitable actions, you don't earn any good out of doing good to others. You used to live more miserable life, egocentric life after you die. And if somebody put, may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana, oh, rest in peace, what's the point? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen to you. So that's why you have to do it before you die. So then remember that. So those are kind of like things that you can reflect on again and again and again, and it kind of like going to build up a bridge from conventional life to your spiritual development. It's going to open the door to enter to your liberation. So contemplate on it. And by the time what will happen, it will strengthen your mind and make it strong to capture the higher level of frequency, which we call ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left hand, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopateva. Oh, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens to the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, the stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi. Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.